Hi, I'm Danny Quinn, and on tonight's episode of First Impressions I go to Switzerland with Dane DeHaan in search for a cure for wellness. The movie is about a young executive played by Dane DeHaan who has been sent to Switzerland to find the CEO of the company he works for. The CEO has been staying at a wellness centre run by an enigmatic doctor played by Jason Isaacs. However, unfortunate circumstances leave DeHaan stranded at the centre, and his sanity is put to the ultimate test as he attempts to unravel the secrets behind this sinister centre and the cure that all the patients are yearning for. So at the moment, this movie doesn't seem to be getting much love from critics or audiences, and it's proven to be a very divisive film. But whilst I can understand the mixed response the movie is currently getting, I'm going to come out and say that I actually quite liked it for the most part. It's a very strange and bizarre film, the likes of which we don't see much of anymore. The best way I could probably describe it is, imagine a very fucked up nursing home mixed with Shutter Island and The Shining in the Swiss Alps. And even that doesn't quite describe how strange and bizarre Cure for Wellness is. One of the film's main selling points, I think, is its atmosphere. It's such a gorgeously shot movie with outstanding production design and a very strong use of camera techniques to create this very warped and distorted feel. It has a very surreal tone that almost makes you feel like you're in a nightmare for most of its running time. You're not sure what's actually happening, nothing seems to make any sense, and you're desperately trying to find answers to questions that are most likely never going to be answered. It really puts you into DeHaan's perspective, and it creates a very maddening feel for the movie. In a good way, that is. And from a directorial standpoint, the movie is very meticulous and well crafted. There's a lot of visual metaphors and very good use of visual storytelling techniques that I noticed. And I think there's also some I didn't quite notice, so I think the movie will benefit very heavily from repeat viewings. Admittedly though, subtlety is not exactly the movie's strongest point, and the use of symbolism and its visual metaphors and imagery does get a little bit heavy-handed at times. Dane DeHaan does a great job in the lead role, playing this initially very unlikable and selfish and greedy person who's very obsessed with getting to the top. But as the movie progresses, you begin to understand why he acts the way he is, and his sanity is put so much into question that you almost begin to believe that he is just as unwell as the people at this wellness centre say he is. Jason Isaacs is also terrific as the doctor who runs the wellness centre. He's very charismatic and very polite and comes across as very friendly to the patients, but he's also very eerie and very creepy and unnerving at the same time. He also seems a bit unhealthily obsessed with this particular patient played by Mia Goth. Goth, who I haven't seen a single film with her in it, does a really good job playing this very childlike young woman who's kept under the strict management of Isaacs. She's really good in the role and she shows a lot of talent and potential, and I hope to see more of Mia Goth in the future. However, the film does have its fair share of problems. The main one being its length. It is 2.5 hours long and it does at times really feel that way. Not helped by the fact that there are a couple of scenes that I think could probably be cut out because they don't really add anything to the story. And it is a very weird and strange film, but there are times where I feel like they're just throwing in like material and content just to sort of get a reaction out of the audience. Like there's a scene where an orderly is doing something to a naked woman, and the scene just felt very forced and pointless, like it was just done just to get a cheap reaction out of the audience, and also to try and create tension because DeHaan's character is in a dangerous situation as he's supposed to be keeping watch on him. Also, some of the film's plot details are more than a little bit icky, to say the least. And I can completely understand why people would really hate this movie. I think I can understand why people would really hate it. In conclusion, A Cure for Wellness is a very strange and bizarre film, but one I found very enjoyable despite that. Yeah, it is a little bit too long and a little too gratuitous in places, and the plot points do get a bit icky towards the end, but it's beautifully filmed, very haunting and disturbing, and it's brilliantly acted by the three leads. If you have seen it and you didn't really like it the first time, it's just give it a second watch. Maybe it's one of those films that I think maybe my issues in the movie might not be as prevalent as whenever I watch them again. But seeing as this is my first impressions on the movie, I'm going to give it a strong 7 out of 10. If you like really bizarre, really unusual movies that kind of play around your head, I'd highly recommend seeing A Cure for Wellness. People who aren't particular fans of this type of movie should probably search elsewhere. So have you seen A Cure for Wellness yet? If so, what were your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll have a review coming up for Logan next week. I'm really looking forward to that, and I hope you look forward to the review for it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Danny Quinn. Have a very pleasant evening.